Whenever I game, I stream.
All right, let's finish this. This is the fourth round. So we're going to reveal the what is this thing called? Vanguardian. Vanguardian cards. Okay, the Vanguardian deck. Wait, each Vanguardian gains 2 VP. Add 4.5. Okay, let's see how that works. They get 2 victory points just for free like that? Okay. Okay, so add the 4.5. How does that work? And is that gonna stay for the next for the next round? How does that work? Discard the rightmost, and then place extra left card with the value on it as the leftmost card. Discard the rightmost, then place the extra, okay, so then they get it as the leftmost. Okay. But the question that I have is then, so this is only for this round, it seems like, because why wouldn't they? Yeah, this is another thing that I think they need to clarify, because the setup is always the same: gather and shuffle all 52 cards. So they didn't like put in there unless they want to. I mean, that's the problem, because they're not clarifying these things, and then I'm the kind of person who would ask these questions. Extra love card. Yeah, you would think that they would say something about that. But in this example here, the 4.5 love card actually was in the middle of Factorian's hand, so that means it's potentially become part of the playing deck. Yeah, it's they should have had this addressed for sure. Yeah, it's one of those things, which is again just kind of silly. Why wouldn't it be anywhere in the manual, in the rule book? So we'll assume that it's just like the when I started playing the game during the session 1, I even talk about how the extra cards was not even mentioned during the setup. They just show it to you in the manual that it's sitting there. But it's like, yes, whoever wrote this rule book, uh, or they didn't care about like having this reviewed so that these things can be pointed out. Maybe this was it. Set the 4 extra love cards off to the side. So which I think, like I said, the easiest way to do this was just to say, it doesn't stay, it doesn't become a permanent part of the deck or something like that. Something like that. Anything that would just clarify the situation. It's almost as if they get off from not clarifying the situation. It's almost seemingly intentional, after playing a bunch of these board games. It's almost seemingly intentional that they don't like to mention like some of these obvious things that they should just clarify to make it 100% certain. See, even in the round setup, it was mentioned in the rule book, set the 4 extra love cards off to the side. And then they didn't even put that in the little reference. So yeah, whatever. Anyway, I hope the rule book for Vantage isn't like this, but what other Stonemaier games board games do I have? I think it's just this and Vantage, I believe, for me to do. But do I have another Stonemaier? I can check here real quick. Let me see. Just so I can track like these kind of things. So only Origin Story and Vantage. Okay, so I hope Vantage isn't like it has like a good rule book. Maybe this is an exception because I heard that well, from what I've read anyway, that supposedly a bunch of people like these Stonemaier games, but all right. Okay, so each Vancardian gains 2 VP, so they get victory points for free. That's interesting. And they each get 4.5, which will guarantee that they will win a round. And this is after we get this after we have decided whether or not we want to do heroes or villains. So at least there's that, because you do that announcement before they get to do something. Choose alignment and then deal the 8 cards for the Vancardian, and then draw the Vancardian card. Okay. So we remove the rightmost and it's placed on the leftmost. So they both lose these 2 cards and they get these 2. But I already committed to playing hero, so I have 2 love cards anyway, so might be okay to have. I mean, she might lose that one, by the way, but we'll see. Okay, so she gets to lead this round. This is round 4. Okay, we have one more round, then the game is over. Okay, so she's since I'm playing a hero, she is going to play the most highest value. So she's going to play that one, and then Factorian is going to draw 2. Not matching, matching, and then it's going to replace that. And he's not going to win this trick, so he's going to play the lowest. Okay. That's how it works, right? If we play hero, let's see here. Just want to make sure we get this right. When you choose to play a villain and have no tricks, Van Cardian plays lowest. Otherwise, she has a lead suit. If she has had a lead suit that beats all played card plays, she plays the lowest of those. If not, lowest lead suit. Okay. Okay. And then do I have one that will beat this one? Yes, and I have the Raven suit anyway, so so I will win this trick. So now I get to lead. Let's play a guaranteed win. So we will play this one. Should we? Or should we wait? 9, 9. We're gonna wait until those two gets replaced actually to play the 9. So I should play this one actually. I'll play. Yeah, play 11. Okay, so automaton is gonna go first. Matching, matching. So I'm gonna replace those two. Just gonna play that one, and let's see. I think the way that I should do this is like, yeah, first, second, and that way I can just translate it like that. Matching, non-matching. So I'm gonna replace this with that one, and he's going to play the lowest. This is not gonna win, and then I win this trick as well. Very nice. Let's see. Let's go again because we know we're gonna win this one too, hopefully. And automaton is going to be, let's see, matching. And since I already placed this down as this is the first one drawn on the left, second one drawn on the right, second one drawn on the left, so I can just easily just translate it like this. Because the way that they want you to replace the cards, if you remove 2 cards, is by the order of the draw and then from right to left. Let's double check that before I burn it permanently into my mind. Yeah, for each of the drawn cards, discard if its suit isn't already in the Vancardian's hand. Discard from right end of her hand as many cards as you kept. And you can you almost always only be able to discard 1, even if you keep 2 at the end of the last round. Place the kept card in the order drawn in the Vancardian's hand, starting from the right of the row. So, okay. So if whenever I draw, if I do 1, 2, I can just then just easily move it to the right here. Okay. So which one did we replace? I think I did the wrong person, right? Because I'm supposed to go clockwise, and it's supposed to be. Oh no, it was. I think I did do automaton. So she doesn't have one that's matching here, so she is going to play the lowest, in this case this one, and then Factorian's turn. Non-matching, matching. And he's going to play lowest, this one. So I win this one too. Okay, we're doing pretty good this round. Okay, next I'm going to play, okay, he has that 10 over there, so let's now go with this one. And again, automaton's gonna go first. Matching, non-matching. Replace that with this one. And going to play the lowest. And I'm gonna place this here. Or we can look for it later. And then for Factorian, matching, non-matching. Okay, wow, it's a good card for him to keep there. So he's going to play this one. So I won this one too. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Well, hopefully that one gets replaced. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Non-matching, matching. So he's going to play the lowest, she's going to play the lowest. Now it's Factorians. Matching, non-matching. Oh, perfect. Fucked them up. So he's gonna play this one, and I won again. Okay. And remember, I have a memory eraser here, so, and I also have his ability here, which I can manipulate when I play these rounds here. Okay, so if I can use the memory eraser when I play this one. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. When I play a card, I may remove one stamina to draw a card, then discard a card. So I'm going to play this. And I'm going to go ahead and use his ability here. For the first time, his Seed of Strength. I'm going to draw one card to replace this one. I'm replacing it. It says draw a card, then discard a card. So I can choose to discard the one I don't like. Okay. That's fine. Because it says draw and then discard. As long as you discard one. Okay. This is too bright. It might be. There you go. Okay, now we go with the automaton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, clean sweep here. Non-matching, matching. So he's going to play the highest. That's gonna win. In this case, it says that he's gonna play the 4, not the 6, right? Let me see. If she has a lead suit that beats all cards played, she plays the lowest of those. So in this case, she would play the 4 because this is the only one that's played. Is that how, am I understanding that right? At least one lead suit card that beats all cards played so far in this trick, she plays the lowest of those. At least one, okay. Yeah. Played so far. If she doesn't, she plays the lowest lead suit card. So she would play this one. And let's go with Factorian. Matching. Matching. It's interesting. And it's going to play the lowest that will beat the 2. And I'm going to use Memory Eraser. So low cards beat high cards in the lead suit in this trick. So I'm going to use that. So I actually win this one because I have the lowest. Okay. Wow. Is that a clean sweep? Okay. I'm going to play this and I'm going to use this ability again. Play that. Use the second one here of Seed of Strength. Let me see what I get. Oh. Yeah, if that gets replaced, do I want to keep this? You know what? No, I'll keep the one that I already have. Okay. So matching. So he's gonna win this round actually. Oh, so she is going to use this one. And then oh, I gotta shuffle because we're out. Because I remember reading when you're out, you just shuffle in your deck. Matching, non-matching. Yep. Here. And he's going to use this one, and she wins this trick because of the Overseer card. Now she's going to play that. And clockwise, I am next. This is the only one I have. So, oh, hold on. One of the, I'm curious, yeah, I would still win this because I keep forgetting to add the 2+2 value for my speed and strength. So this would be 3 and I still would win that. Okay, good. So non-matching. So he's going to play that, and she's going to win this trick. Okay, so she gets 2 points. He gets nothing, and he's going to lead next for the last round. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Wow, just 1 point actually difference between the 3 of us. It's a really close game. Okay, so this is the final round. Now, yeah, you can look at the your superhero card, right? It doesn't have to be a surprise. You can always look at that. It says, the only thing you can't look at, it says, is where was it that I was reading that? So let me shuffle and then I'll try and find that. Not that it really matters anyway, but maybe it does because then you can start like planning from the very beginning. I mean, you do select two at random your superhero card, but I guess depending on the abilities, you know. Let's see here. You may look at your superhero cards at any time, but not the playing cards from any previous trick. Okay. So that you can't, so that you're not counting the cards. Okay. Okay, that's the information I need. But since it's my first game, I didn't even bother like really looking or strategizing. But I can see how, you know, oops. I can see how maybe knowing the two that you have, if you're familiar with the game, can help you like strategize end game stuff. Because I bet that they have like, well, we'll see in a minute how it works. Stupid chicken. Alright, that should be good enough. Okay. So, deal 8 now for me. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And let me look at my superhero cards. Let's reveal them here and check it out. First one is Stygia. So when revealed, double your stamina, then gain one VP per stat. Double your stamina, really? I mean, you already get an additional one here for the final round, so a total of 6. And then you gain 1 VP per stamina? So 6, now you have 12, and then you get 12 points? That's kind of insane. Ongoing. When charging story cards with remove abilities, you may charge them an extra time as if the card has an additional cost. So she gets, instead of 2 here, you get another one. Okay. And then memory eraser also. Okay, has 2 uses instead of 1. Wow. That's actually pretty good. Now let's look at the other one. Metamorph. Temporarily reveal your hand and choose a suit. Gain VP equal to the value of the lowest card of that suit. So then if I would have, if I chose, oh, that's, yeah, this is bad. That's not very good because the lowest value for both would have been like 3, a 3, a 5, and a 2. A 3, 5, and a 2. So that's horrible. Ongoing. In addition to hard cards of the chosen suit count as when you play it off the suit. That's pretty nasty though. The ongoing part is pretty nasty. If I didn't have Stygia, I would have selected Metamorph. So, but because Stygia is gonna boost me up like real high, I'm going to choose Stygia. That's crazy. That's like an insane thing. Okay, so I have 6, right? So now I get boosted. Gain 1, double your stamina, so I get 6 more. I mean, you can barely fit more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dang. Okay, and then gain 1 VP per stamina. So that's 12. That is insane. So 13 plus 12 is 25. I mean, they better have like some crazy round 5 shit for these for the bots. But I guess we'll see in a minute. Okay, and then I have to charge and do all that first. So let's see what I want to do. Charge abilities, choose alignment. So I am going to stick with a hero, actually hero form. So let me see. So I can double charge memory eraser because that's what's going to win the game. Because whenever I lose, I win. So I'm going to choose that. Fateful choice is still, because I have to randomly discard, split my 4 cards into 2 random piles of 4 cards each, and then I choose one to redraw. So that's I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's going to be helpful. So so we're not going to use that. Should I? I'm going to go ahead and just use the super suit again. And the memory eraser is just for backup, you know. So I'm gonna both use the burn super suit and raven super suit, and then I'm going to go ahead and use his ability to redraw, to replace a card after playing a card. And remember that because we have that Stygia as our superhero power, we get an extra one. Okay. That's pretty fucking OP. Can you believe? Like if you're playing with other players and then this is your superhero is being revealed, or it's your superhero archetype or whatever, because you know, if you're trying to match this to like the hero tableau, because you're supposed to be playing the Mondi or the Namdi, but the superhero is Stygia, you know. You call yourself Stygia, but that's not really you. Just a little weird how that works at the end. even though I really like how like the tableau itself is like a truly accurate to the whole concept of origin story. Like it's a war torn. You see his story is a war torn city. He's alone with a flower next to him. And it looks like he was emitting some kind of red mist that touches the flower next to him. It started to grow, and then it wraps around his arm, and then he's able to make him like bloom when he's older. So that's pretty cool. But the way that this like superhero archetype or how everything's revealed, it's a little bit contradictory, because I think what they should have done is like the superhero form or your superhero card at the end on round 5. What they should have done here is, instead of like create these like actual, because they have the artwork of an actual hero character kind of like right here, maybe instead of that, just like make it a nondescript, like the person, it should be like an archetype instead of an actual realized hero. You know what I'm saying? Because you're playing Nanamdi or whoever the characters that you choose. So this is more of the archetype. So maybe like the actual artwork should be a reflection of those abilities. You know, um, yeah. I mean that would have been better. So it just seems a little lazy to me. Um, the way that the artwork is being presented. I mean, I can kind of I can forgive like, yeah, the super suit showing like an actual person inside, even though like the burn, for example, is not really an Anandi, and they didn't say that you can't have multiple of the same abilities. I mean, same categories. For example, super suit, you can have two super suit. So I guess you can even thematically just like say that he has access to both, so you use you interchangeably use both suits or whatever. Like gadgets, you can be a full gadget superhero. But yeah, I mean this part, and then like the super suit also, instead of like having a person actually wearing these super suits, they could have just made it like into like a super suit inside a super suit. Like how superheroes always have their suit like on a mannequin, something to that effect. It could be hanging, it could be on the bed. So you can be creative about how that's presented in the card, on the cards. So yeah, so I would say, even though the card artwork is nice, it's appropriate, it has a comic book feel to it. I think it should have been yeah, it's lazier in terms of the creativity, knowing what this is, like something like this, like Fateful Choice, right? This card here, this story card, something like that. Nondescript. You can see the nondescript, and then it's just more of showcasing what the ability is instead of having a specific image of a person or superhero. So like, yeah, even Memory Eraser, just a hand holding that Men in Black pen, So anyway, like these are lazy. The superhero cards lazy, despite the artwork being nice to look at. All right, enough complaining. Let's see. I think it would. Yeah, I mean, it adds a lot though. It's not really like a empty complaint. It would have added a lot. If I was like the creative director of this, I would say, yeah, I mean, the artwork that I want for the super suit would be without a hero wearing it. Have it on a bed, have it on a couch, have it hanging, have it on a mannequin. So these are like, how I want it presented on the cards. Anyway, all right, so that's done. Let's see what happens with the what do they call Vendorian? Vanguard, Vanguardians. Okay, so and I choose a hero alignment. So deal 8 cards, not the Vanguardian, and then we draw the cards. Okay, so now we draw them from left to right. So starting with Automaton here on the top. Okay, and then Factorium here in the middle. Whoa, look at that. He has like almost all of these speed cards. Okay, let's look at this final Vancardian card. And it is... Let's look at number 5. In round 5, each Vancardian gains 6 VP. Okay, so this is how they balance it for the Vancardians. So let's resolve that first. They all get 6, so this guy now gets 19. And Automaton gets 20. Still pretty close. 19, 20, and 25. And then add 4.5. Then add 9.5. Okay, so whoa, is that always gonna be the case? Looks like for endgame. That is no. Sometimes it's different. Okay, luck of the draw. And then we didn't use these because we're going for the easiest difficulty. Difficulty 0 is where I was going with in this game because that's my first time playing. Okay, so so we're gonna take care of that first. So they both get this. The rightmost is replaced, right? And then we move everything to the right. It's gonna go to the left. Let me make sure. Yep. So let me remove those. Gets moved here because this will guarantee that they might have the potential of winning the trick or two. And then now they also get this. So we're going to remove those. Okay. All right. And let's begin. So Factorian actually gets to go first this round. Let me check the text that I just got. Okay, I got another silly video being sent to me, so I'll check that in a minute. Alright, so he's going to, since I'm playing a hero, he's going to play the highest value card, so it's going to be this one. Okay, that's nasty, because even though I have the Raven, I should hold off. No, I don't have any love card. Yeah, that's the problem. So I'm gonna keep using this ability. I can use it 3 times to prepare for that incoming love card fest at the end, near the end of this round. So yeah, every time I draw, I think I'm gonna use the ability. He's using 13, so I can't even win even with the Raven if I play this one. I can use Memory Eraser here as long as, yeah, I should be able to. I should be able to win as long as Automaton doesn't have a card that beats this card. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to play this. And I'm going to use his ability, See the Strength once. So I'm going to draw a card. And I'm going to replace this one with this one. Okay. I'm trying to see, hopefully with the other two, next 2 rounds, I'm able to get a left card. That's the goal here. Okay. So now Automaton's going to 1, 2. Hold on, is that how I was supposed to do it? And the order drawn in the Vancardian's hand. Okay. So matching, matching. So those two get removed, replaced by these. 1, 2. And then, yeah, he doesn't have one matching to play, so he's going to play the lowest of the non-matching one. In this case, it would be this. So I'm going to go ahead and use memory eraser. Now the lowest is going to win. And I have 7 versus 13, and this doesn't count, so I actually win this trick. Okay, cool. Now let's see. Next, I'm going to play, if I play this, I can use another memory eraser, or I should hold off on the second memory eraser until I can get maybe a left card. So instead, I'm going to play this one then. I'll play this, and then I'm going to use one of his, see the strength. Let's see what we get here. Okay, I don't want this, so we'll just discard that. Alright. Now, automaton is going to go 1 matching, 2 matching. So, I'm going to remove those. And not going to win, so he's going to play the lowest. And then factorium, 1 non-matching, 2 non-matching. So nothing gets replaced, and he's going to play the lowest. The problem here is, oh no, okay, good. I was going to say if the lowest was the gold card, then we're fucked. Okay, and then it looks like I still win. I win this trick also. Okay, everything's good so far. Now I'm going to play this one. And I'm going to use this last ability, see the strength. I'm going to replace this with this. Yes. Okay. Non-matching, matching. So, ooh, that's an upgrade. And he's going to play the lowest. That doesn't win because he can't beat that. And then factorium, matching, matching. He's getting all the hard. Oh, this is horrible. Okay. Lowest. Oh yeah, he's gonna win this. Jeez. Okay, so he's gonna win this trick. Okay. Now he's gonna play the highest, which is this. Oh, I'm fucked. Okay. I don't have any matching ones, so I'm just gonna play this one. And oh, she gets to win this one. Before I do that, whoops, gotta make sure that we do the thing that we're supposed to do every time they are following. Matching, non-matching. Well, at least he's downgrading one of the hard cards. So and highest is going to be this one. So he wins, she wins this one. Remember, automaton is a she and factorium is a he. If you want to assign any pronouns to them. I think you can just choose. It's just kind of funny, I think in the book they say that both of them are like she's. Alright, so highest is, yeah, I'm fucked. Highest is going to be this. I don't have any matching. So I will just play this one. Oh, I'm fucked, yeah. And then lowest, non-matching. Oh, let's, gotta do this too. Matching, non-matching. Ooh, upgrade for him. And he's going to play the highest because he can win this one. So he's going to play this one. Okay, highest card to play. Okay, here's my chance to try and steal this back. He's gonna play that. I do have this, which is actually 13 instead of 11. Let me just check that real quick. And I have a delivery, so let me just go ahead and look, check that out real quick. Okay, automatons turn. Matching. Not matching, so let me replace that. And Lois, oh fuck. Lois is going to beat this. So, she's going to win this actually. God damn. Okay. Highest is this. Yeah, we're fucked. Matching. Non-matching. Well, he's able to beat that. So. And then the last card played, unfortunately. Oh, it has like a different. Okay, so differentiate. Okay, that's nice. It's easier to recognize it. So, and I'm going to lose that, of course. Non-matching, non-matching, and she's going to play that, and she's going to win this one. He's going to win this one. Okay, let me just grab these out of the pile there. Okay, so let's see what happens. I get 2 points, so I ended up with 27 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. From 19, so that's 23. Oh, I still won this, I think. And then 2 points, 22. Hey, I still won the game. So, but this is the easiest difficulty. First time ever playing. Took us about, with all of the talking I was doing. Took us about 3.5 hours or 4 hours or something. 4 hours to finish our first game. So not bad compared to Unconscious Mind, our playthrough of Unconscious Mind. So yeah, overall I think this game is pretty fun. That maybe this superhero card seems like it's OP as shit because you get to double your victory points, your stamina, and then you get to double. You get that as a VP. I should have used Fateful Choice. Thinking about it now, I should have used Fateful Choice, because if I use Fateful Choice, I wasn't thinking about because I didn't have any love cards. That was the problem. I didn't have any love cards, and that should have been. Now that I know that, like, for the final round with these bots, they're going to go crazy with the love cards. So I should have used Fateful Choice to gamble that. To gamble 4 of my cards, random cards, in the hopes of getting a love card. And I tried that using his ability, Namdi's See the Strength. And that ability wasn't good enough to get us the love cards. But because this is the easy difficulty, I guess, even with how horrible that last round went, I did win a couple of tricks, so it wasn't like horrible. But they were really dominating between Automaton and Factorian. Both of them were like really dominating the last 4 or 5 tricks, So so I have to keep that in mind when I bump up the difficulty. So we're gonna bump it up next time and see how that goes. So, but I'm not gonna play it again immediately now. I'm going to set it up, but we'll play this again maybe later tonight. And it should be faster now that I have learned the game, it should be faster for us to play the game. So, like real fast. Where is everything going? Okay. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's simple. It's well, now it is. Um, it's a simple game. Real easy to set up on the table. You know, uh, cool abilities. And the minus for this game is definitely for me the artwork a little bit, you know, because I would rather have these things nondescript because we're trying to mimic this like this rise of this new superhero, you know, like how the superhero persona is revealed at the end. But then you see this lady with the pink hair. It's like, oh, okay, Stygia. So Namdi's now Stygia. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. So some of the art direction is questionable. Maybe the assignment wasn't communicated properly to the artist. I don't know, but it just seems like there's a disconnect. It is also a cheaper, one of the cheaper board games you can, or card games in this case, really, board game, card game that you can get. Um, and it's a lot of fun. And I can see how this can be fun playing with other people. Even like, I think two player also they bend the rule a little bit with the two player because I see like a little note. I didn't read that part because I only read what I was supposed to read, which is like the solo stuff and the basic gameplay. Um, yeah, not gonna be not have anyone available here to play with, so. They want you to choose at random too the hero or the guy that you're playing or the hero that you're playing also, so you don't just, I guess, to randomize the ability, but I don't think that matters too much if you like playing a certain person, I guess. But yeah, because it says let me see, where is that? Gain one random player mat, it says. Unless all of them has the same, I don't think they all have the same abilities. Sylvia, for example, you may remove one stamina to gain one VP. Oh, wow. And give that trick to any opponent who has won at least one trick. What? When you win the trick, you can give it to somebody else, but you gain one VP. Interesting. Okay. I guess you can then play a villain for the, you know, and that would work as a villain. I don't know how that would work as, I guess you just score one VP and you just want to be nice and you give the VP to somebody else. So that's more like a villain, but she don't look like a villain. But everyone you can play as a villain or hero, you know, like round by round. But anyway, that's interesting. So they do have different abilities, basic abilities. But then you get assigned randomly. I guess that's just to make it fun, you know. So you don't play like the same hero all the time. Okay, so this is pretty much ready for the next. Oh no, I have to also. I have to set up the higher difficulty also, so which means that I have to include these cards. So maybe when you play the higher difficulty, when you I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, next time I'm not gonna do the side thing again because I want to make sure that the opening is at the top on these sleeve cards. You know. Like I have enough space for 8 vertical tricks here. So this part is ready. Let me just put these back here. So yeah, this is all ready for tonight's session of this game. Well, I didn't even play this, but I'll just shuffle it anyway. Grab all of these, put them back here. We will reshuffle these. There's so many hero cards, so and you're only playing 5 rounds, so total that you'll see, with the possibility of gaining cards that you can't use because some of them are deemed too OP for solo play, apparently. So you get to see about 15 per session. There's a lot of variety for sure. I should have actually had these cards like the same size as that one, because I have plenty of standard sleeves. These are smaller, as you can see. I guess you don't have to go crazy when shuffling them. That should be good enough. While we're here, I'll just set up for next game. So maybe bump up the difficulty by 2. Sounds pretty good. I mean, I didn't win like overwhelming, with an overwhelming lead. It's like 27 to 23 to 22. So maybe just 1. Let's see. If we just bump it up by 1, let's see what happens. Okay. Select the difficulty level, but 0 easiest to 5 hardest. We recommend starting on level 0. It's too easy actually to win. I did find it, they're competent. I mean, the way that it's set up, it's they are pretty competent. They're competent, pretty competent opponents. But I still won, even though I thought I was going to lose in the end. So, so we'll try maybe 2. Let's say 2. Difficulty 2. So without looking at them, draw as many Vanguardian cards of the number of chosen difficulty and place it face down to form the Vanguardian decks. Then draw, looking at them, place them on top of the Vanguard until you have a total of 5 cards. Okay, so I guess these are like harder, like nastier Vanguardian effects. Okay. I think because my hands are starting to sweat and it started to stick a little bit. Because I have these really cheap freaking sleeves. Okay. Alright. So we'll choose difficulty level 2. So 1, 2. And then you get the regular on top. So during round 3 and round 4, we're going to get the horrible effects. So, okay. Alright, that's pretty much set. There we go. So we're ready for the next session. It was fun. I liked the game. I think it would have been much better with the better artwork for the cards. Let's finish up by selecting our next hero or our next super person, because since you can play either hero or villain. Oh, and then the B, I guess, is apiary. It's another game I'm interested in, just very expensive. Okay, let's go with this one. It's gonna be the same one. It's gonna be Nanambi. That's okay. That is funny. I guess I'm stuck with Nanambi, huh? Okay, that's fine. I guess I have become Nanambi. Or whatever that meme is. I am become whatever. Alright, so this time around, let's... well, I was going to do it like a randomized number randomizer to choose who's going to start. We can have Factorian start next time. Okay. Alright, all set. And we'll play some more tonight.